Well, U.S. Border Patrol agents assigned to the Falfurrias checkpoint discovered 25 illegal immigrants hidden inside a trailer. It happened yesterday when a 55-year-old man driving a tractor trailer had to go to the secondary inspection area after a Border Patrol K-9 alerted agents about the cargo.
Inside the trailer, Border Patrol agents say they found 25 illegal immigrants from the countries of Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. Within the group, the agents found an unaccompanied child from Mexico and an MS-13 gang member from El Salvador.